So, a quick update. I posted that update Saturday. I was bartending. Sunday, I found myself in the hospital fighting for my life. So, I'm telling you what, life can change in a heartbeat. We're going to interview my fiance. She was, I was out of it. By the time I reached the hospital, they had to induce me in a coma. Just craziness, just how quick things can turn around on you in a heartbeat. Anyway, we're going to do a quick interview with my fiance, let her explain everything that just happened, and then I will get back and we'll talk about my recovery program and where we go from here. Alrighty. Look, time to get this interview started. So we're going to hand the camera off to Hannah.
You want to sit down or you want to stand up?
Okay. Yeah, she's going to run around. Okay. So we're going to, Mo's going to explain everything that went on this week as far as me being in the hospital. She has medical background, so she knows all the term and technology. I do not. And I was out most of it, so. What happened? How did this get started? I mean, other than I went in the hospital, shortness of breath after working, it wasn't even that bad. What happened? I mean, just...
Well, I think you need to start back to on Wednesday when we took you to urgent care. Yeah. And they treated you for an upper respiratory infection. You were on antibiotics. You got an antibiotic shot. You also got a steroid shot, and then you took home antibiotics, steroids, cough medicine, you name it.
Yeah. But I didn't feel that bad. I was just, I did. I was running a little bit of a fever, but shortness of breath. I just remember getting off work, and you were like, we need to go to the emergency room.
So all day on Sunday you have been texting me telling me that you weren't feeling well and that you felt run down. And
sorry, Millie's all over.
Okay. And so you came home, you took a shower and you went to bed. And after you laid down, you got up to go to the bathroom and then you couldn't breathe. So I said it was time to go to the emergency room.
Yeah.
We presented, oh goodness, you presented at the emergency room with shortness of breath, and thank you, and kind of just really spiraled from down there. They did a chest x-ray. They said initially that it was a little inflammation, which made sense because you had an upper respiratory infection.
Right.
Then they took you and did a CAT scan of your abdomen and pelvis to see if you had a DVT, which was causing your shortness of breath, because initially your x-ray didn't show that how you were feeling. It didn't equate to your chest x-ray. Yeah. After that, that's when kind of everything spiraled down. They gave you cardizem 3 times. You became super diaphoretic, which means profusely sweating. After that, there's lots of things that the freestanding ER did do incorrectly as well as did not do, which made you take an ambulance ride. And as soon as we arrived at the emergency room in South Baldwin, you ended up being intubated. And if it wasn't for the paramedic that transferred you from the freestanding ER to the emergency room at South Baldwin, you would not be here.
Right.
After you were moved from the ER up into ICU, you went into heart failure, you were in renal failure, you were septic, you had pneumonia, you had a DVT.
And pulmonary edema.
And what else?
Pulmonary edema.
Oh, yeah, and the flash pulmonary edema. So everybody, when you arrived, did not think you were going to make it, including me.
Yeah, I honestly didn't think I was going to make it either. Just from the paramedic ride to the hospital was quite an ordeal that I will never forget. But I am here today. Survived it. It's been a week later. You know, I went through a lot of meds, and we'll talk about this in another video. But that's basically what I had to deal with within a 24-hour period.
72-hour period.
72-hour period.
If it wasn't for the paramedic and the whole staff at South Baldwin, you would not be here.
Right. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.